guys, it's Jessie V. So I have, yet again, another unexpected story time for you guys. I mean, it's sort of a story time, but it's also just me showing you something that happened. But before I get into that, as promised, today I'm going to be announcing the March backdrop winner. So in March, if you guys remember, I had this beautiful background and I did another treasure hunt for this, and the winner was randomly selected as Antaka Official. I hope I'm saying that right, but congratulations, girl. I'm going to be messaging you on the YouTube app, so definitely look out for that so I can get your shipping address and get this sent right to you. And if you guys are interested in winning this backdrop, the details are in yesterday's video, so I will link yesterday's video down below and you can find out how to win this one, and I'll be announcing the winner at the end of next month. Okay, so today's story is probably going to be more important to the subscribers that have been here for a couple years. For those of you that remember, I did a story time about 2 years ago called My Boyfriend Cheated on Me While I Was in the Hospital, or something along those lines, and it was basically about this guy that I was seeing. He was my boyfriend, and a couple months after we were dating, I believe, my lung collapsed, and that caused me to be in the hospital for like a month. I had 2 different lung surgeries. It was absolutely terrible, and while this was all happening, I didn't understand why the boyfriend I was seeing didn't really come visit me in the hospital. He suddenly just sort of disappeared, and he'd have these random excuses for not showing up to see me. And then I later found out that while I was having my surgery, while I was in the hospital, he cheated on me with this other girl, and it really hurt because it was such a vulnerable time in my life. I mean, I was a young teenager, I was in so much pain. I mean, surgeries are really difficult to get through, and when you don't have your boyfriend by your side, it's like, where the heck are you, dude? Why aren't you here? So I found that out about him, and I was just so upset. Like, he was just horrible to me, and he didn't even really seem to care about how much it hurt me, which was even worse. And I remember when you guys saw that video, you were so upset with him, and you're like, how could someone do this to you? And that's sort of the last time I ever really talked about him. And then a few days ago, I got a Facebook message from him. Now, this guy since high school has followed me on Instagram. I wasn't following him back, obviously, but I mean, I'm sure he's known that I was a YouTuber because I constantly post about it on Instagram, but we didn't have each other on Facebook, so he would have had to like look up my name in order to send this message to me. So let me just get my phone over here. I am going to read you our conversation, and I have a missed call from my mom, which is a little scary. No one wants missed calls from their mom, so I'm just gonna call her back 1 second. Hold on. Okay, so I'm gonna read what he sent to me. We spoke for like 5 minutes or so it wasn't super long, but I will admit that when I saw his name pop up, I was like, really? Like, I wasn't exactly excited when I saw his name pop up, because you gotta imagine the last time that we like spoke was after I found out he cheated on me, and like that was about it. So this is what he sent me, and this is like, so when did this happen? 2010 or 11? And it is now 2018, so it's been a long time. Okay, he said, "Hey Jess, I know this is completely random, but I feel like I need to talk to you about something. You don't have to respond, but it would mean a lot if you did." So I said, "Hey, yeah, sure, what's up?" At first, I wasn't even gonna answer him, but then I was like, you know what? Let me give people the benefit of a doubt. Benefit of the doubt? I think that's the saying. So I did. And he said, listen to this. "So my girlfriend discovered your channel a couple months ago. So she's basically been binge watching all of your videos. And I recognized you right away when I saw you on the screen. This past weekend, she was watching one of your story times called 'He Cheated on Me While I Was in the Hospital,' or something like that. And I instantly knew it was about me. I was so embarrassed that I couldn't even tell my own girlfriend the truth about it." Darn. Okay, so I said, "Yeah, I made that video a couple years ago. I have a habit of posting stories about significant things that have happened in my life. Sorry that you had to see that, but it hurt quite a lot when it happened, so I won't apologize for posting the video. I hope you're doing well though." And he said, "Yeah, I know, I don't expect you to apologize, but then she watched that video where you were talking about the guy who physically hurt you in high school, and it made me realize that you really weren't treated the best, and that I was a part of that. I saw that you messaged him on Facebook Facebook to give yourself peace of mind. So I thought that I'd do the same thing now. I really am sorry. So I guess he sort of got inspiration when he saw that I messaged that guy from high school, so he thought he should sort of follow my lead and do the same thing. Which, you know, I'm totally fine with him sort of copying me on this thing. I mean, if you have sort of unfinished business in your life, or you've hurt somebody and you're thinking about it years later, I mean, it's kind of good and it's a great healing process to sort of correct it for yourself and to make things right and to sort of close that gap that, you know, was affecting you. So I get why he's doing this. He knows that he messed up, and I think he just wants to like clear his name a little bit. So I just answered with, I appreciate you telling me that. Like, I just didn't really know what to say. Like, I was accepting of his apology, but I don't know. So he said, I really do mean it. I was reading all the comments on that video and people were pretty upset with me, and I'm actually ashamed. I'm not asking you to do this, but if you'd like to post a video or at least just tell your subs that I'm sorry and that I've changed, it would be so amazing, as long as my name was still kept private. And I said, yeah, I'll definitely consider doing that. I think that if he hadn't told me that it was okay to make this video, I don't think I would have, because I do believe in keeping people's privacy and stuff. But I think on his end, I mean, in all fairness to him, even though like he was the one who cheated and like you get what's coming to you, but in all fairness to him, that video was watched like hundreds of thousands of times. So I think that that was a lot to put on him, and it was embarrassing for him, even though you guys don't know exactly who he is. But I think that was sort of punishment enough, you know? So I'm happy to tell you guys that he's sorry. Like, I don't mind saying that. He said, I don't know what I was thinking back then. You were literally hospitalized for a month and went through all these surgeries, and I was off doing who knows what. Well, we know what he was doing. I should have been by your side. I think I was just afraid of dating someone who was sick, which is like the stupidest excuse ever. So I said, I mean, I was only sick for a month. Like, he's acting like I was gonna be sick for years and years. Like, I'm just having lung surgery. Like, I'll be fine soon. Like, what? I said, I mean, I was only sick for a month. I started recovering very quickly. It just didn't make sense to me that you weren't honest. You could have told me how you were feeling and we could have talked through it. Or you could have at least broken up with me before cheating. I had to find out about it while I was trying to recover from lung surgery. It kinda sucked. And he said, yeah, I know, and it wasn't even worth it in the end because the girl and I didn't end up together. In fact, it ended quite horribly. So I said, yeah, that usually happens. Good things don't really come out of cheating, which I think that was a little bit harsh for me to say, but I don't know. I said, but I'm glad you're realizing that now. And I'm glad you apologized. I believe that you mean it. And he said, I do. But do you think I should tell my girlfriend what I did? So I said, that is not for me to tell you. The only relationship advice I can give you is that honesty goes far. It creates trust between two people, but that's for you to decide. Because I'm not gonna be like, oh yeah, dude, make sure you tell your girlfriend you cheated back in 2011. Like, it's not really like my place to tell him what to do, although he should be open and honest about his past mistakes, I believe. I mean, it's totally up to him. So he said, okay, I'll figure it out, but keep doing what you're doing. I'm happy to see you successful and happy. And I said, thanks, I wish you the best. So it definitely ended on a positive note, and I just felt happy that that sort of part of my life was closed and was forgiven and all kinds of stuff like that. I feel like lately, and it could be because of all the videos I'm making about my life, but lately I've just been getting Facebook messages from people I've made story times about, and they're very apologetic. Like, I feel like me putting the story out into the world, they hear me verbally talk about it and they can like verbally understand my pain, like all the pain they caused. So I just think that makes them feel terrible and makes them realize what they did and want to make it right, which is really cool. So he definitely made it right, and I am curious to know if he's gonna tell his girlfriend about it. I mean, it happened such a long time ago that if she like loves him, I'm sure she'll totally understand and see that he's a different person. So, I mean, who knows? Who knows what he's gonna do? But I thought that I would just share this with you guys. Anyways though, guys, I am going to get going now, and I just want to say thank you to all the people that have been reaching out to Shane Dawson about the video that I posted a couple days ago. He hasn't commented on it yet, so I have no idea if he's seen it or not, but if you guys want to just keep sending that to him until he does, that'd be really cool. The reason why I want him to see it is because that letter was for both of us, and I feel kind of bad for opening it without him knowing because it's his business too. It had his name on the letter, so I think in all fairness, he deserves to see it as well. So if he can, that would be awesome. But thank you so much for all your love and support, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!